We are live. Welcome. It is Thanksgiving Day in the United States of America. I'm hoping and assuming that most people, and I hope that you are one of them, are spending Thanksgiving with your friends, with your family, with your Masonic brothers. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to go on live for a few minutes, talk about what I'm thankful for. More than that, though, wait and see who else joins, if anybody joins, and if they want to talk about what they're thankful for as well. So let's give it a few minutes and let's see who joins. I am absolutely stuffed. I had a great meal today at Masonic Lodge's Friendsgiving. So thank you so much to them for that. It was absolutely awesome. As always, I'm in my favorite place in the world. I'm in Glenview, Illinois, Motel 6. We're the same place I always stay year after year, month after month. Whenever I visit Glenview, this is where I always stay. So that starts with the very first thing I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm currently visiting my amazing friends, family, and Masonic brothers in Glenview, Illinois. Usually it takes about half an hour for people to show up, so we'll give it a bit of time, see who does. We've got right now on the TV, I wonder if I can change this so you guys can see. It's A Wonderful Life is playing, one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Maybe, in fact, the best Christmas movie of all time. I would say it's my favorite. I think there's a pretty fair argument to be made that it is the best of all time. I'm thankful for the Windsor Masonic Temple. I'm thankful for my Masonic brethren. I'm thankful for my family, thankful for my friends, thankful for some of the stuff I've written recently. So those are just some of the many things for which I am thankful. Welcome if you're just joining us. Hope you hit the like button, subscribe button, but more than that, jump in the chat. Let us know, what are you thankful for in with Great Compass Promotions. I had the chance, like I said, to be on here today. I decided, since I'm in the States, I just had an amazing meal with my friends. Might be kind of fun and worth jumping on the chat. Welcome, everybody, to this Square and Compass live stream. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We're here today chatting about what it is that we're thankful for. Could be related to Freemasonry, could be related to anything else we want to talk about. Um, but I decided, you know what, I'm hoping people are spending the night with friends, with family, with loved ones, with their Masonic brethren, and they're not just watching YouTube. But if you are, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, I want to talk today about what it is I am thankful for and what we are thankful for. So please jump in the chat for a minute, say hello. I am thankful right now for the amazing meal I just had at the Higher Masonic Club in West Chicago. I got the chance to visit a brand new Masonic building, which I've um, never visited before, as well as the chance to meet some brothers that I met before. And more than that, I had the chance to eat some absolutely amazing food. And that should be something for which I am thankful and for which anybody gets to be thankful. I'm thankful for Freemasonry for a lot of different ways, and I'm thankful for the opportunity I have to fight to make the world a better place, which I hope to talk more about that in a little bit. But I want to wait to see who else joins, and I want to wait to see who else jumps on our live stream. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then jump in the chat and say hello so I know who I've got with me. I'm sure I got a lot of awesome people with me. Um, and how your Thanksgiving is going. And we will talk about, like I was saying, my that those things which I am thankful for. The focus I want to be today, tonight is I'm thankful for the opportunity to fight to make the world a better place and what that means and why I view it that way. And if you are just joining, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Are you watching any holiday movies right now? You can let me know that in the chat as well. As I just wait for people to jump in the chat, we are discussing, as I was saying, what it is that we are thankful for today on Thanksgiving. So please jump in the chat. Let me know, what are you thankful for? I can tell you I'm thankful for a lot of things. One of the major things I'm thankful for today is the fact that I get to be back in one of my most favorite places in the world. I get to be in Glenview, Illinois, at the Motel 6 in Glenview, Illinois, a place where I have spent so much of my time and my visitations to Glenview, in which I've loved every single time. And I love being back here. I love being in Glenview, and I love the fact that I got to meet some absolutely amazing brethren today, including actually a filmmaker, as part of a Friendsgiving um, event, which was a blast. Like I was saying, please, if you're just joining us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to keep chatting with you guys again about Freemasonry and about what we are thankful for. Poll question is up. Is your lodge doing anything for Thanksgiving? And let me know how you're doing and what is going on. I'm just trying to kind of play around with this a little bit while I'm here so I can chat with you guys. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I just saw these. Sorry about that. It took a second. Lem. When you say brethren, do you mean it religiously? I don't, Lem. And welcome to the chat, Lem. By the way, I hope that you will take a moment, hit the like and subscribe button. No, I don't mean it religiously. I mean it in a Masonic context. So Freemason, like a fraternity. So if you're a member of a fraternity, and that could be a college fraternity, any fraternity, you would say, my fraternity brothers. I mean that the same way Masonically, when I say brethren. So I mean it in a fraternal sense, not in a religious sense. Grant McPherson, am Scottish. We're thankfully for the famous Glasgow Rangers. Awesome. Well, that's a great thing to be thankful for. Good on you for the Glasgow Rangers. Lem, I hope that you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you want to talk about. Oh, interesting. We got two votes. Is your lodge doing anything for Thanksgiving? One yes, one no. Okay, let me know if you can, what that means. Lem, just curious. Thanks. No, no worries. I'm happy to get the chance to try to answer any questions. That's kind of one of the purposes of the Square and Compass podcast, is to talk about Freemasonry, to answer questions people may have about it. So, out of curiosity, can you let me know how you came across this stream? Did you see it on YouTube, like just scrolling? And also, if you can, I hope that you can hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It would very much appreciate it. I can say I just had at West Chicago or in West Chicago an absolutely awesome time, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the meal I had. I am stuffed to the brim, but the food was all delicious and all healthy stuff, which I usually don't eat. So, it was nice to actually get a decent meal of home cooked food. I made the deviled eggs and I made the green bean casserole, and I feel like they both went pretty well. So, Lem, I was just scrolling. Well, great. I'm glad that YouTube has been so kind as to highlight my stream. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for clicking on it and joining us. What was your favorite food that you ate? Um, you know what? Tonight I'm gonna go with the mashed sweet potatoes. Those were really, really good because I love sweet potatoes. And they were absolutely delicious. So mashed sweet potatoes. I also love deviled eggs. I got to have those, which was great. And also, it's going to sound weird, but just the vegetable tray we had, because again, I don't eat healthy almost ever. So eating healthy felt good. If you're talking about my favorite food of all time, though, favorite food of all time, I love seafood, any type of seafood, but especially raw oysters. That is my favorite food of all time. Let me know what your favorite food is in the chat. And welcome for just joining us. Hit the like button and subscribe button and let me know what you want to talk about. I decided to do one of these live streams from my favorite place in the world, one of my favorite places in the world, Glenview, Illinois. The next few days, I'm going to be posting all this stuff up on social media, all the pictures I've taken and things I've done. But I thought it might be nice to talk about those things for which we're thankful, um, and to maybe share those things. I've talked about it below a little bit or in the past of the stream. I would say the one thing I'm most thankful for in Freemasonry is that Freemasonry gives me the opportunity to fight to make the world a better place. And you can ask what that means. Um, and I'll try to share more. I just wrote about my view on that on Medium. But yeah, I'm happy to share that. My favorite food is probably a type of Ethiopian food, a spicy soup with chicken and egg. That sounds really, really good. Do you have the name of it? What the name of the food is? Or sorry, the name of the soup? Maybe I'll see if I can find it. I'm from Windsor, Ontario. We have some Ethiopian restaurants there. Might be worth trying out. What exactly is Freemasonry? Sorry if I spelled it wrong. You did spell it wrong, but that's no worries. No, if you don't know what it is, how would you know how to spell it correctly? It's you spell it your capital F or small f, but Freemasonry, Masonry. Um, and so Freemasonry, the simple answer is Freemasonry is a fraternity, um, in which, so like any fraternity, the purpose of it is for men to gather and support one another, and to create bonds through shared experiences, um, which I think is true for any type of spiritual, not spiritual, but any type of organization, spiritual, civic, civil, whatever the organization is. I think human beings ultimately crave and want to be part of communities, and the way you build communities is through shared experiences. In the case of Freemasonry, those shared experiences are usually our rituals and our ritual work, which is unique to Freemasonry and passed down from Freemasons in the past to the present, and hopefully we'll pass those down to future Masons. It's called Dorowat. Not the exact spelling, but but the sound is spelled like that. I will look it up for sure. I'm going to remember that and check it out. Dorowat. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. And maybe you've given me my new favorite food. Certainly, it's going to, if nothing else, I think it's going to help in terms of, I don't know if it'll be my favorite food, but it sounds like it tastes good. I love spice. I love chicken. I love eggs. I think that is a cool idea, how everyone has shared experiences. Yeah, well, I think that kind of is the idea behind Freemasonry. And not just Freemasonry, but almost any organization, right? I think, again, people, human beings, crave shared experiences. They crave being part of a community and knowing that everybody in the community has gone through similar things to them. And there's many different ways to get those shared experiences. You can get those shared experiences through being part of a sports team. You can get those shared experiences at a job. You can get those shared experiences by being part of a book club, or you can get those shared experiences by being part of Freemasonry, or the Elks, or the Rotary. But I do think the shared experiences of Freemasonry and our ritual is something really special and something I'm really proud to know and be part of. I grew up in Ethiopia, so I ate it a lot. Okay. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to forget Dorawat, and I will find that. We have a lot of Ethiopian restaurants in Windsor, so I'm sure I could find one that hopefully will serve it. And if I do, and when I do, I'll jump back on, do another live stream, and let people know how it went. I am going to wait a little bit longer, see who else jumps in on the chat. We're here today to talk about, because it is November 28th after all, what it is that we are thankful for. And I talked mostly right now, I'm thankful for my full stomach. The fact that even though it's a cold night outside in Windsor, I am warm in my bed. I am safe. Um, and I have my Masonic brethren and I have my family. When you are part of Freemasonry, do you often meet up with other people? Yeah, so you certainly meet up with your Masonic brothers regularly, or you should. I mean, it's like everything else in the world, right? It depends partially on the Mason himself and how active he wants to be. Very often, I find that um, you can join. It's like a gym, right? You can be a member of a gym, and in theory, you'll meet a lot of people who attend the gym, same as you. But if you never go to the gym, or you go for 5 minutes and you don't really participate, then you're not actually going to meet a lot of people. And the same thing is true with Freemasonry. It gives you the opportunity to meet a lot of people, but whether you do or not really is going to be dependent on how active you are and how much you work and how hard you work. But there's still something special about that hard work, right? In my opinion, I think that's true for anything. There's something special about hard work. When you really care about what you're doing and you're really dedicated to it, you can do some pretty incredible things. Welcome if you're just joining us. I hope that you will hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let us know, what are you thankful for, and is your lodge doing anything for Thanksgiving? And any other questions you want to have, anything you want to talk about. We often talk about, like I said, on this channel, Freemasonry. That's kind of the purpose of it, but that doesn't mean that's all we can discuss. And sometimes it can be fun to talk about other things, talk even about our favorite movies. I met today an actor and a producer. He produced a movie called Evil Lurks, which is currently on Tubi. It's my plan to check it out tonight, and maybe I'll post a review of it or something, or let people know what I think. But he was a really cool dude when I met him today at a Masonic Friends giving event. So thank you for that. I'm thankful for that I got to meet him and discover a new movie, which I'm looking forward to watching. Apparently, he did it all on his own too. Like he wrote it himself, he financed it himself, he shot it himself, and he sent it away to different, I guess, festivals or different groups, organizations, different aggregators or distributors to distribute the movie as well. So good for him. Young Philly at Lemlem, do you speak Americ? I don't know what Amharic is, but let me know. And Young Philly, welcome. I'm hoping, Young Philly, if you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know how you found us. Were we just in your stream? Were you searching for us? Do you follow us on social media? All that good stuff. Let me know in the chat. Is your lodge doing anything for Thanksgiving? 3 votes. It looks like 2 no, 1 yes. It's unfortunate. I wish more lodges were doing things for Thanksgiving, but like everything else, it kind of depends on the time. And unfortunately, most people, Masons as well, just don't, I think, have the time to really dedicate themselves to Freemasonry and to putting on events and to all the things you need to do to put on those events. But I am thankful for every Masonic lodge and every Masonic group that is working and is fighting to make the world a better place, including by holding events and taking the time to try to connect with their members. Not really. I know a few words when I say grew up with me, like when I was 1 to 14. Amharic is the main language of Ethiopia. That is really, really cool. I did not know that. That's another thing I get to be thankful for today. I'm thankful that I have just learned something new that I didn't know before. I'm always thankful for any type of knowledge I can get. Um, that's a Masonic idea as well, right? Knowledge and caring about knowing things is pretty important. I'm also thankful that I get to enjoy some coffee, courtesy of the Motel 6 here in Glenview. I'm thankful for the hotel as well. I know I've said it a bunch, even in this podcast, but getting the chance to stay here again, this is definitely a home away from home. I'm here so often. I'm visiting Glenview so often that it's really great to be back and be here once again. I feel like knowledge brings people together. Like you said, how shared experiences does the same. Yes, no, I agree. I think that's very true. I think knowledge does bring people together as well as shared experiences. I think they both can be very powerful tools. Knowledge is interesting because it's like sometimes knowledge can bring people together in terms of shared knowledge, like the more people know about the same things. Sometimes what brings people together is different types of knowledge. So if you know a lot about a certain subject and I know very little about that subject, I may want to spend more time with you to learn from you and to learn about that subject, if that makes any sense. So, but I think whatever it is, kind of the goal has to be bringing people together. Um, and I hope that we get more of that in the world. Lem Lem, it does. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. The thing about being on a podcast so much or live streaming so much is you always are worried if what you're saying makes any sense. So it's good to double check and know. If you answered the poll question and you are the one lodge who one person who said yes, your lodge is doing anything for Thanksgiving, let me know what they were doing. I'd be curious to know what they're doing and how long they're doing it for. Did you enjoy it? All that type of good stuff. But I've been talking a lot about, and I've said before, what I'm thankful for is the opportunity to fight to make the world a better place. I talked about this actually in a recent Medium article I wrote. People always ask me, what does free, or not always, but oftentimes, and almost any Mason will get the question, what does Freemasonry offer? In my opinion, what Freemasonry offers, it doesn't offer you money, it doesn't offer you, connections. It can help you make friends or things like that, but I don't think that's really what's important. I think what's really important is that Freemasonry offers people with the opportunity to fight to make the world a better place. And I connect this to one of my favorite TV shows of all time from the 2000s. It was Angel. It's this idea of like, if you want to make the world a better place, if you want to reduce people's suffering, you have to put a lot of work into it, and you have to work every day, all the time, because you're never going to be successful ultimately. There's always going to be a fight, there's always going to be a problem, there's always going to be somebody suffering. But because you're part of the world, you have the opportunity to, at least in theory, try to make it better and try to reduce people's suffering. And I think there's a lot of different ways to do that, but Freemasonry provides one way to do that. I mean, just to give one example, there's all sorts of studies and evidence that demonstrate that being involved in Freemasonry reduces people's suffering by reducing their risk of dementia, reducing their risk of all sorts of diseases, increasing social connections, and the benefits that provides. So there's no end of potential benefits. Could Freemasonry be considered a type of religion, or is it just connecting to anyone? No, so Freemasonry is not a religion. Um, in order to be a Mason, you have to be a man. I mean, there's an order of women for Masons, but we'll put that aside for a second. You have to be a man, you have to be over 21, you have to believe in a supreme being. But what that supreme being is completely up to you. It could be, or the applicant. It could be Jewish. You could be of the Jewish faith, Muslim faith, Hindu faith, Christian faith, any denomination of Christian, any denomination of Judaism, First Nations. That is a relationship between you and your higher power, and does it involve the lodge? But I think this has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this a lot, but I think I'm going to, in 1 second, log off. Thank you, Lem Lem, for joining. Thank you, Young Philly. Please, like I said, I hope you can hit the like button and the subscribe button. I just want to say um, how thankful I am for a lot of things in my life, not the least of which is the audience and the people who support Square and Compass Promotions, support us on Patreon, um, patreon.com/Square and Compass, support us on YouTube, subscribe, follow, like our stuff, as well as on social media. That stuff is incredibly important to me, helps me with my dream of exploring the ways in which Freemasonry is relevant to the communities in which it's located, and helps me fight to make the world a better place. So thank you so much, Lem Lem. Thank you for joining. I do these live streams pretty regularly, as well as I do a lot of other content. So hit the subscribe button, check out some of the content, leave some comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Oh, and I'm also thankful for this live stream because I learned the official language of Ethiopia is Amharic, which I did not know. So thank you so much for that. All right, guys, happy Thanksgiving.